look at me. I'm in all sorts of mess today. I went to a little art shop yesterday, my favourite one again, and I picked up some really cute little items and I want to use them, and I feel so inspired right now, so I just want to get going. I have so many days to catch up on in my little Hobonichi. Look at my little pencil. I'm so obsessed with this girl right now, the milky girl I was going to say, but that I don't know her name. I can't remember her name, or if she has a name. But it's a type of candy that they have here in Japan. And I got this little pencil and it's really sweet. And then my lovely friend bought me these adorable little stickers. Oh my god, they're so cute. This is the characters called Sentimental Circus, but they're like dressed as little strawberries, so I want to include those in my video today. It was the 31st yesterday, so I have quite a few pages to get on with. I also bought some more acrylic gouache. This one I've had for a while, but these three were new yesterday, because if you watched my last video, then you would know that I purchased some pastel acrylic gouache, which I'm also very much in love with. So I wanted another green because they're not that different. Take a look. They're not that different, but this one seemed like a hold on, I'll show you. See, this one seemed more muted and this one seemed much brighter. And if you look at the actual color around here, this color is nothing like that. Can you see? This one's really bright green, and on the thing here it looks more pastel, and it's called pastel green, but I would not call that a pastel green. I'd call that more of a lime green, but what do I know? So this emerald, pastel emerald, was definitely more of the pastel green that I imagined this one would be. In fact, it's kind of more similar, but it's fine. So I got this one. I'll definitely use them both. And then I also got this lavender, because the lilac and the lavender were quite different. And the lilac looked very much like, I mean, it is lilac, but it's kind of pinky, isn't it? So I wanted this like really nice purpley lavender. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to squeeze that out. And they are very similar to the colour that's on here. I would say they're like identical, like almost exact the same. But yeah, I don't know what it was about the green, so I got those. And then I also got this pearl white, which I was talking about as well. So that would be quite exciting to try. I'm just going to start painting. So as this video is coming to you live, I want to say live, you might hear some squeaking of the chair because I'm sitting on quite a squeaky chair. So yeah, but I'm really excited to just like paint. I haven't even got any water. What is wrong with me? Oh my goodness, I'm just so excited. I need to calm down. Or not, I just need to stop and go and get some water. Let me get some water. Okay, we are back with some water. So yeah, today I have the day off, which is very exciting. And yesterday, oops, is my microphone in shot? No. Yesterday was a Sunday and I just had a really nice weekend. It was really busy. Not what I'd planned, like, you know, but actually I didn't have any plans, so I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm a little worried that this is gonna be too thick for this, but it's fine. It just went really nice. Like, I just had a really nice weekend and I really enjoyed it. And I just think, you know, like, I really do appreciate the smaller things in life, and just like little days like that are really perfect for me. Just really enjoyed it, and I'm very grateful for yesterday. I had a great day. So that was on the 30th, so I'm not really gonna journal about that though, because I just want to do some painting. I'm so excited. So I'm just doing some painting today. just having some fun. And I want to get things down quite quickly. No particular reason other than I don't want this video to be super long, and I want you to have something to actually look at the end. I just need to get a towel. So I usually use a towel or a microfiber cloth to get the excess paint or excess water off my brush. You know, because I used to use so much kitchen roll for doing art and just generally around the house. But then I started using reusable things, and I realized that I could use like a microfiber cloth or a towel that, you know, like any towel really, it doesn't really matter, but I was like, it works just as good, if not better. And you can just reuse it. So yeah, I use that now instead. I just realized this is starting to look like the movie Soul. You know, the character 22. It looks a bit like 22, but that was not the intention, maybe subconsciously. I have no plan here, I'm just playing. I'm going to do a white for the eyes. I also have to be careful on this paper because it is so thin, and it's not necessarily, well, it's not watercolor paper, but somehow it just holds mixed media really well. I don't know what it is about it, but it seems to hold it really well, so I don't mind. And I like to test it every now and again. But the gouache, the acrylic gouache is quite thick, and I usually use watercolor in here. Actually, I didn't want to do the eyes like that, and I've just remembered what I wanted to do. I've seen this illustration style recently where the arms are really big but the hands are really small. So I'd quite like to have a go at that. But oh, maybe pink was not the best choice. And then it comes down to like a little point like that. I definitely should have looked at a reference picture for this. Like for the hands, I mean, because I'm specifically trying to think of a certain illustration style that I've just seen in my head, but I don't know where I've got it from. Like, they might even be bigger than that, the arms, but they come down to like these tiny little hands, and I just think they're so cute. And I thought I would really like to try that next time. I'm having a play in my Hobonichi. I have to say, like, I never thought I would be able to keep up with the Hobonichi just because of, you know, schedules and, you know, I mean, I think we do have time every day to have a little play, not necessarily this much with paints and things like that, but we definitely do have enough time in our day to just scribble something down in the Hobonichi, even if it's just with a pencil or a pen, just nothing like crazy. I want to do like little legs, or I really want to do crossed legs, but I don't know how that would look. Let's just do the classic like little legs because I haven't drawn this out, so it might not look exactly right if I don't do little tiny legs. Cute! And I think I'm going to give some blue something. Blue hair, blue hat, blue ears. Let's do a blue hat. No, let's do... This is how my brain works, by the way, in case you're wondering usually. Blue mouth. Blue mouth is kind of cute. Looks like a penguin now. That could also be a blue nose. Let's do like a little triangle nose. That's cute. Aww. That's really cute. I don't think I want him to have any hair or anything like that. But the blue nose is really cute. And actually, I think I'll do the eyes blue too, just so it ties in a little bit more. I really want to do like the eyes closed, like sleeping. Oh, it kind of looks like an owl. That's really sweet. Whoops. So yesterday I felt really inspired by a friend of mine. I know she said she watches my videos, so I'm not going to mention her name in case she doesn't want me to. And we just found that we had a common interest, and she showed me a lot of her artwork, and it was so nice because it made me realize that for a really long time I haven't actually been with someone. That's the wrong cap. How embarrassing. I haven't actually been with someone in the same room that likes art. How strange is that? Like, I've not really thought about that for a long time, but like I used to paint and do different things and crafts with my mom, but I don't really know anyone that's like in person is into art, or like just in general likes to explore different artwork. So it was kind of like, I just realized all of a sudden, I was like, oh, wait a minute, like this is probably the first time that someone's actually sat down and seen my work in person and had like a genuine interest in it. And she was kind enough to share her artwork with me as well. She showed me some of her work that was inspired by me, and now I'm inspired by her. Oh, now I want to start drawing more and painting more, and it's just really nice and really refreshing to have that in-person interaction. And if you're new here and this might be your first video and you don't know, I live in Japan and I don't speak much of the language either. I didn't speak any Japanese before coming to live here. So it was really nice to speak with someone that, you know, can go into more depth about artwork and in person as well. So that was really nice. I mean, I'm very lucky to have a lovely like online community of people that also share common interests, and everyone that I've met through journaling and doing my YouTube channel has been really fun, and everyone's so amazing and supportive and lovely. But I didn't realize how much I missed that sort of in-person interaction with art, and I'm sure a lot of you are feeling the same way right now. I know that a lot of people might go to like classes and meet in person and share their artwork, or do exhibitions and things like that, and that just hasn't been able to happen this year. So it kind of just made me realize, like, I'm very lucky that I can share my work online and enjoy it with other people. But I was like really surprised at how much I was like, oh wow, like I haven't done this for such a long time. Like I'd almost forgotten what it feels like to say, hey, look at my drawings, and, you know, share common interests. So it was really nice. I really enjoyed it, and I felt very inspired today. So thank you to that friend if she happens to be watching. I'm going to use this little shiny pearlescent colours to add some little stars, and I love it already. Look at these little stars, they're so cute. They're like shining. So I'll do like the typical stars, and then I'll do these like little diamond shaped ones too. And in Japan they call this kira kira, which is like sparkly. So like a lot of the kids, if they're drawing characters and they want to put little sparkles in their eyes, they'll call it kira kira, like eyes. It's really cute, and I know what they're talking about, which is fun. I love this character. I don't know what his or her name is. I guess it's just a little friend, little happy friend. Really cute. I kind of want to give it a mouth, but I don't want to ruin the way it looks so peaceful. I'm going to give it some little sparkly eyes, sparkly accents. So I really want to know in the comments below how you are getting on with your Hobonichis. Because I do see like some people posting their Hobonichis on Instagram, but obviously here on YouTube, like I don't see anybody else's work really other than like other YouTubers. So I really want to know if you have a Hobonichi and what you use it for. I'd be so interested to know, because it's always fun to find like inspiration from others, and you know, that would be fun for me too. Like, do you do like daily challenges, or do you document your food? Do you just use it as a journal? Do you use it for work? Like, or do you do like what I'm doing now, like a little bit of art journaling and painting and some documenting of your day and some notes and things too about what happened? Or like, I'd be so interested to know. So if you feel like leaving that in the comments below, that would be really fun for me to read through. It's always fun to get to know you, and I feel like I really am getting to know you who watch my videos now, and I see you popping up on Instagram and also over here. I definitely need to be more active with my Instagram recently. I think I always draw things and I just weirdly think that people don't want to see them, but actually I think sketchbooks are really interesting, and after seeing my friend's sketchbook too, I'm like, oh, I should definitely share more of my sketchbook stuff, because it is actually really fun to see, even like little doodles that you might not think are very good. Someone might be inspired by that or think that that's really good. So, oh my goodness, I love this little thing. It's so cute. Oh, so cute. So on this page, I'm going to do something similar, I think, just like another little friend. So I used these two, and I used the lilac and the pink and the blue and the lemon. Oh, I used them all apart from the peach. Wouldn't you know? I do want to show you this too, but I'm not sure if it will look right on this paper. Oops, sorry, I just hit the microphone. We're still recording, yeah. So let's just do some at the top. Oh, it's like glitter. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love glitter. It's so pretty. Look at that. Can you see it? Probably not. It's kind of like translucent, and then the glitter's inside. And actually Turner, they do quite a lot of different glitters like this, and they have different color bases. So I did think about getting more of those, but I really like to add glitter on top of things. I'm not sure if this had like a pink undertone, whether that would suit what I wanted to do. I'm not 100% sure, but how cute is that? Oh my goodness, so strange to have a glitter paint though, because it does leave like the texture of glitter, like you can feel it. It's really thin, but you can still feel it, which is really odd. It almost reminds me of like those glitter glues that you had when you were a kid. So let's try again on this page. What color shall I start with? I think I'll start with the pastel orange, since I didn't use it. And I want to do this friend a different shape. So let's try like a triangle or something like that. This reminds me of some sort of show that I used to watch or something, like, I don't know. I hope I'm not like subconsciously painting something that someone else made. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I'm not copying anything. I don't have a reference at all, so. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is so fun. I hope you're enjoying this video. This is really fun for me. Also, in my last video, I know I mentioned that these paints are hard to get hold of. And I know that because my mum lives in the UK, and she tried to she tried to get these paints after I'd mentioned them, and they were much more expensive in the UK, and they weren't just available on Amazon. Like, you had to go through like a different company or something unusual like that. Yeah, so I'm sorry if you really want these paints and you can't get a hold of them. I don't know if they sell them in America, but this is honestly been so fun for me to have these pastel colours, because I just really love pastel colours, but often I feel like too lazy to mix them, or if I try and mix them they don't come out exactly right, or if you mix white sometimes they come out a bit chalky. But these are like really lovely, and they dry matte too, which is always fun. I'm going to give this character little shoes. So I'm wondering, if you paint in your Hobonichis, do you do what I'm doing and just paint straight on the page? Do you like to plan your pages? Are you someone that will sit and plan out your page spreads? That's definitely not me. I like to just go in and go in with whatever and just start. But it's always really interesting to me how different artists have different approaches to things, and I like to try different approaches too, because you never know what might actually work better for you if you haven't tried it yet. So if you're looking at this and being like, oh my goodness, I would be so scared to just paint right onto the pages without any outlines or anything like that, I say just try it. I mean, this is very simple, and they're just shapes, really. They're just different shapes. And if you think about it like that, it's not so daunting, because you literally draw shapes in like nursery. So if you try and think about it like that, it's not so daunting. They're just shapes. So after thinning this one out a bit, I do really prefer it thicker, is what I've realised, because when you thin it out, obviously it becomes very translucent, and then you can see the picture on the other side. And this already has quite a lot of paint on there, so you can see how the page has started to crinkle with the amount of water that I've added. So keep that in mind if you do want to use these in your Hobonichis. I know I've had some comments before asking how the page doesn't crinkle when I use them, but it does. It just depends on the amount of water you use. So just keep that in mind. So on this next page after this one, I probably won't do any more drawing. I'll probably just have that page for stickers and other bits of, you know, things that I've picked up recently, just because if I do another painting, then the page will become very thin, and after all, it's not for you know, paints necessarily. So you have to keep that in mind when playing in your Hobonichis. Oops. Triangle is a much harder shape to do than the circle there. To go around the legs. I should have done the background first. Why didn't I do the background first on this one? Never mind. I'm curious to see how they blend too. I know I blended them a little bit in my last video, but it definitely wasn't as much as I would like just to see if it actually blends with water. But wow, it looks really nice. It blended really nice. So creamy as well. Again, I'm sorry if I'm making you feel FOMO right now and you really want to get these paints. I have no idea how popular they are, because the first set of paints I was gifted. Let's do white eyes as well, just so they match. It's kind of crazy to wonder where these ideas come from in your head, and sometimes you feel really inspired and other times you don't. It's really interesting to me how that happens. But honestly, if you're feeling uninspired right now and you're watching this video, then you should pick up your, oh look at that, too much water. You should definitely just grab your nearest sketchbook to you, or your nearest piece of paper, and your nearest pen, pencil, whatever item you have, and just do a little doodle. Just do a fun little doodle of whatever you want. Let's do shapes, because shapes are really easy, and that's what I'm doing. So just doodle a little shape, any shape that you like, your favorite shape. Let's do that, and turn that shape into a character. So add little eyes, add little legs, whatever you like. That'd be really fun. And if you do it, you can tag me on Instagram, because then I want to see what you did. I would love that. I'm gonna give this little triangle an oval nose, because this one has an oval head and a triangle nose. So this one has a triangle head and an oval nose. Wouldn't you know? I love this lavender. I'm really glad I got the lavender and the green to add to the collection. They also had another colour as well, like another type of green, I think, but I just wasn't feeling that green as much. So you don't need 3 greens, 3 pastel greens, but 2 is fine. 2 makes sense. So he's kind of looking a bit bare up here, so I think, what should I do on the top? So this little guy is also gonna have some things coming off. I could honestly draw these characters forever. Can you hear that bird outside? What is going on? Wow. That's really something I never thought about when I moved to Japan, by the way. It's like the sound of birds in the morning changes so much. Like in the UK, like I'm so used to like little swallows in the morning. And in Japan, there's like this bird that's so noisy in the morning, and it just like screeches. I have no idea what bird it is. It might be a crow or something like that, but it's so noisy, and it's such a contrast to what I'm used to waking up to. It's something I never thought about at all when I moved here. And in the summer too, the sound of cicadas is quite something, which will be fun, because that'll be fun to try and film when there's cicadas all the time. Okay, so he has little spikes now. I'm not sure if I like that as much, but it's done now, so there we go. So the brushes I'm using today are Windsor and Newton, and these blue ones, they're Windsor and Newton ones. So these were gifted to me. My lovely mother sent these to me, and I really like them. There's lots of different shapes, so it's really fun to play with, like the different shapes. This is cute. I like it. I could add some little spots or something, like yellow spots. Oops. Oh no. Didn't mean it to be like that. Let's see if I have like a pencil that I can stamp. I'm so interested as well to know how you feel about keeping a diary, because I've written a diary from such a young age, and I go back, I don't anymore, but I used to go back and read some of the things that I wrote in my diary, and sometimes it's really cringy to read. So the idea of someone reading that diary, you know, in years to come, or you sharing it with somebody, I think is so strange to think about. But then at the same time, do you just like hide those diaries away and don't show anyone ever again? I'm just finishing up on this one, and I'm going to add some glitter like the same as this around the outside. And then I'll be done with these 2 pages. And oh my goodness, they're so cute. I love them so much. They're adorable. Where should I put glitter? Kind of want to give him like glittery legs so they stand out a bit more. And I think I'll just do like a glittery outline, so he's kind of sparkly. So the thing with this is obviously the paint is matte, but these shiny elements just add a little bit of, you know, dimension to the picture, I think, because they are matte, so they look really flat. But then you add like the pearlescent ones and the opal like glitter, and it just looks a little bit more three-dimensional. I don't know if you can see that well on the camera because they are so pale. So hopefully it's picking up as nice as it is for me in real life. But they are so cute. I'm really happy with how they turned out. I have a couple more pages to do, and I think I'm just going to zoom through those. I'm not going to add loads of paint like I have on these two. Okay, so here we are in a voiceover for the last half of this video. And actually, while I was editing the first part of this video, I realised I need to work on some things. One is how fast I speak, because apparently when I'm painting and concentrating, I speak really slowly versus my voiceover voice, which is much quicker. So you might like that. You might prefer the slower paced video, or you might prefer the sped up version. I don't know. The other thing is my spelling and my grammar apparently just goes out the window when I'm painting. I obviously can't concentrate on more than a couple of things at once, but look where I put the apostrophe on the it's. That's really funny. And I made a few spelling mistakes, but anyway, I didn't want to miss these pages out. I did originally obviously record them in real time and edit them in real time so you could follow along, but then the video was like an hour and something long, and I just felt like it dragged on a bit with me speaking so slowly and saying and so and like all the time. I was getting on my own nerves, so I thought the last little bit of this video I would speed it up so I could show you exactly what I did without, you know, having it be really long. On that first page you would have seen 3 little Alice in Wonderland drawings, and they are from James Burke's Collage Club. He releases monthly printables and they're fabulous. Unfortunately my printer is not great, so it doesn't really do them justice, but I will link that below if you're interested. And I absolutely love those little Alice in Wonderland drawings. They are so cute, and it's really nice to have some of James's work in my Hobonichi, just because, you know, I love his work so much. It's really inspiring to me. And then this second page that I'm doing was inspired by a day that I had recently. It says, let's go to the art shop. Like, I love the art shop, obviously, as you know. And on this page I spelled caterpillar wrong, so that's fun. I don't know what's wrong with me, but when I'm painting I just get into a zone and I don't know, like words just fall out of my head and I don't even try to spell them correctly. Jack pointed out that I'd spelled caterpillar wrong, so at the end of the book I just stick stickers over it. At the end of this video, sorry, I stick stickers over it because I just couldn't be bothered to correct it. But that day there was a caterpillar on my bag, so and then for this next page I decided to paint 2 items that I never used to like or never really tried before coming to Japan, but then after living in Japan so long, these have become some of my favorite things to eat and drink in Japan, and that is tapioca and sushi. Again, I really wanted to use the acryl gouache the Turner Acryl gouache, the pastel ones, for this page, and I wanted to do the items in pastel colors instead of their normal colors, and I really like the way this one turned out. I did do them a little more thinned out with water, so as you can see I put the paint in the little palette next to me, and also I did try to reactivate the ones that had dried from the day before. I was just curious to see if it would reactivate. It doesn't, so yeah, it does like work very much like acrylic in that way. But yeah, so I did tapioca and sushi. And like I said, I never used to like these things, or I didn't really try them before coming to Japan, but tapioca is one of my favorite things. It's like a very special treat for me. Usually the color of it is brown, so you get like a milk tea color or a coffee. You could get like a iced coffee with tapioca. So it was kind of funny to do it green. I think you can get like a matcha or green tea tapioca, but I've never tried that one. I'd like to try that too. So with this page, I just put the paint on kind of thin, and then I outlined it in a pen, and then I sort of documented how I felt about tapioca and sushi. And that is it. I'm sorry that I sped up this last little bit of the video, but I really hope that you enjoyed it anyway, and I will see you next Sunday with a brand new video. Take care everybody, have a great week. Bye.